Hello everybody, this is Refresh, and in 2020 the pandemic basically cancelled Core Set 2021 pre-release, but I still purchased a couple pre-release packs, and who says that we can't actually do some facsimile of a pre-release for the set. So I have one of my two pre-release packs here, and I'll be opening this and building a sealed deck, and then I'll do that with my second pre-release pack, and we will play some games head to head. Go ahead and open this now. A promo card, Magic Arena code. I've already redeemed this one. We have a deck divider, 6 packs of Core Set 2021, how to build a pre-release deck, and a little bit of information about the life and times of Teferi. Alright, we'll go ahead and open these up and see what kind of deck we can build. We can also use this double vision as well. Looks like we have the tokens up front. Dual-landed Blossoming Sands, Baron Tolaran Archmage, Hellkite Punisher, Havoc Jester, Reign of Revelation, Sabertooth Mauler, Shock, Roaming Ghostlight, Infernal Scarring, Blood Glutton, Garrett's Gorehorn, Rambunctious Mutt, Burnbright, Keen Glidemaster, Staunch Shieldmate, Sampling Token, Thornwood Falls, Foil Archfiend's Vessel, Thieves Guild Enforcer, Cultivate, Palladium Mirror, Dire Fleet Warmonger, Walled Ruins, Hunter's Edge, Teferi's Protege, Liliana's Steward, Colossal Dreadmaw, Keen Glidemaster, Staunch Shieldmate, Ignatius Cur and Opt, Demon Token, Forest, Baneslayer Angel, Skyway Sniper, Angelic Ascension, Riddle Form, Warded Battlements, Forgotten Sentinel, Scorching Dragonfire, Mind Rot, Rookie Mistake, Fetid Imp, Setessan Training, Bone Pit Brute, Tome Anima, Concordia Pegasus, Pirate Token, Windscarred Crag, Foil Island, a borderless Liliana Waker of the Dead, Unsubstantiate, Experimental Overload, Silver Smoke Ghoul, Goblin Arsonist, Short Sword, Finishing Blow, Truffle Snout, Radiant Fountain, Rise Again, Portcullis Vine, Makeshift Battalion, Sure Strike, Night Token, Mountain, Temple of Triumph, Falconer Adept, Faith's Fetters, Lore Scale Quaddle, Basri's Acolyte with a treatment, Gnarled Sage, Turret Ogre, Village Rites, Track Down, Crypt Lurker, Crash Through, Frantic Inventory, Makeshift Battalion, Sure Strike, Tip Card, Swiftwater Cliffs, Foil Grim Tutor, Heroic Intervention, Obsessive Stitcher, Chandra's Pyroling, Sanctum of Fruitful Harvest, Grasp of Darkness, Return to Nature, Chandra's Magmut, Fetid Imp, Ordinary Dilophosaur, Tome Anima, Defiant Strike, Onake Ogre, Library Larcenist. Alright, that is everything. Baneslayer Angel and Liliana kind of makes me want to play black and white and just try to jam it together and make it work. We have some fixing for red, so maybe we can play a splash of red or a splash of white. Probably don't want to splash the Baneslayer Angel, so that has to be my main color. And then we don't really have any fixing for those two colors in particular. So we might be able to splash red, but that's kind of all we're looking at here. Let's go ahead and take a look at each individual color. Defiant Strike is just a maybe. Makeshift Battalion's alright. Basri's Acolyte is pretty decent. Face Fetters is good removal. Falconer Adept can be good if we can get it through, but that's only if we can get it through. The Makeshift Battalion is pretty good. Quarter Pegasus is just okay. Water Battlements is not what we're looking to be playing. Angelic Ascension can be good, I suppose. It's a way to turn one of our own creatures into a 4/4 or get rid of a really, really game-breaking creature. I think that it's a maybe. Baneslayer Angel is a bomb and probably enough to try to get me to play white. I don't like the Staunch Shieldmates. And the Rambunctious Mutt, I suppose, can be alright, but I think it's really coming in from the sideboard more than anything else. So white is a strong color, and only because it has Baneslayer Angel. This thing is a ridiculous bomb. If I can play it and it survives, then I kind of win. So that's that. Library Larcenist is fine if I can find some way of getting it through. That's the hardest part about this. Tome Anima can be alright if I'm doing the card draw thing. I don't know that I have enough card draw just yet, but the Library Larcenist and the Tome Anima do kind of work together. We also have the Frantic Inventory as a way to draw. This can be good if I have more than one. Unsubstantiate is a fine bounce effect. We have another Tome Anima. Freaking Mistake is not exactly what we're trying to do here. Riddle Form can be good if we're casting non-creature spells. We'll have to see how many non-creature spells we have to cast. Opt is fine to trigger that second card. King Glidemaster is just okay, not what we're really looking to do, but you know, sometimes you need a 2-drop that can get through at the end. Fairy's Protege is just okay. I guess it's a looter if we need one. Wall of Ruins, not what we're interested in here. Another King Glidemaster. A Roaming Ghostlight is pretty good, I think. It can bounce a creature as it comes into play. Reign of Revelation is good card draw. And Baron Tolarian Archmage, it's a pretty good bounce card, and then if I bounce my own cards, I draw a card, so that's interesting. And I do have some bounce effects here, so it's possible that I can team these all up to draw a bunch of cards. I don't know that this is necessarily a strong set of cards, though. It's not going to be easy to get my creatures through with the Larcenist in particular. Maybe I'm trying to play some sort of tempo thing. The Glidemaster might be able to get these creatures through as well. So I think this is a maybe, not a very strong group, but a decent group. I wouldn't be upset if I had to play blue. Black, we have a Fetid Imp, which I think is alright in terms of holding off your opponents all day. Grasp of Darkness, removal, fantastic. Grim Tutor, I am not playing this, but it's fun that I have a foil. A Crypt Lurker, I think can be okay if I want to improve the types of creatures that are in my hand, but not a great card here. Village Rites lets me sack a creature to draw 2 cards, and maybe that's a way to get away with removal. We'll see. Turning target creature from the graveyard to the battlefield can be good, but it depends on what kind of creatures I'm trying to return. If I have a Baneslayer Angel, for example, happy to return that to the battlefield. This will just kill a thing, so I'll play 1 at 5 mana. The Silver Smoke Ghoul can jump back from the graveyard, and so that can be alright if I have a way of gaining life. We'll see. Liliana, I think, just gets played because she can kill a thing and force my opponent to discard cards, and she's borderless, which makes her look cool, and that's probably plenty of value. Another Fetid Imp. Mind Rot is, I guess it can be alright, but it's not really an exciting card here. Liliana's Steward looks like it's a way to force my opponent to discard cards. I don't know what that does right now, so we'll just put it in the back here behind Mind Rot. Thieves Guild Enforcer looks pretty cool. Comes in with Flash and then makes my opponent mill, and then it can get stronger once my opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard. So I think this can be alright. I would play this, but it's not like top tier creature. Archfiend's Vessel is a pretty decent card if I can get it from the graveyard somehow. To do that, I have the Rise Again, which is 5 mana. It's not exactly the best thing in the world. Getting a demon back is not the worst thing in the world either. But that's a lot of hoops to jump through. I don't know that I would be playing this because I don't know that I have the right combination of cards here. Blood Glutton is fine. I mean, a 4/3 lifelinker can do things in terms of racing, but I don't love that. Infernal Scarring is kind of potential self-blowout, I guess. It's okay. I mean, I'd play it over Grim Tutor, which is a mythic, right? So, lots of mythics in this pack, and I want to play black because of this, but I'm not sure that black and white has all the goods to play together. Foils be damned. Alright, we have a 4/2 Onake Ogre, which I think only fits in a particular archetype here. Chandra's Mutt is fine, I guess. Chandra's Pyroling can be good if I play the Spells deck. And it has a nice treatment as well. Sure Strike, I don't want to play it if I don't have to, but maybe this can go in the draw card, maybe blue-red draw card. I think Turret Ogre is not bad. It plays with the 4 power or less effect. We have another Sure Strike. Goblin Arsonist is okay. I think that's the kind of card that I want to sacrifice to black. Bone Pit Brute. It's kind of expensive. It does cause one of my creatures to hit hard, but yeah, I don't know that this is a high priority creature here. Scorching Dragonfire is a nice removal spell. Happy to play that. The Cur, I guess it can be alright, but it's kind of an expensive pump effect, and I don't know where I'll be wanting this. Burn Bright, if I can go wide, is good, but I don't know that it's going to be hard to make that work. Shock is a decent removal spell as well. Havoc Jester, I mean, if I can get Sacrificing going, and I guess if I played black and red together, there is some way of doing that, so maybe it is a possible spell here. The Punisher is good if I can cast it, but 7 mana is a whole lot of mana. I don't know, maybe. So red has, you know, these 2 removal spells. Some possibilities here, but it's certainly a mixed bag here, and it's going to depend on what I play it with. I also have Double Vision here to double my instant or sorcery spells, so that's a thing. I can also splash red or splash white. If I play black and red, I also get the Direfleet Warmonger, which is an Orc Pirate. At the beginning of combat, your turn, you may sacrifice another creature. If you do, it gets +2/+2 in trample. So it is a way to get those sacrifice triggers going. I'm not sure that it's enough. Then if I play blue and red, I also get Experimental Overload, which gets me a big creature based on the number of creatures in my graveyard. If I play blue and black, I get the Obsessive Stitcher, which is a looter that can return a creature from my graveyard to the battlefield. That's certainly a possible combination here if I want to bring back creatures and trigger that creature that becomes a demon. So that's a possibility as well. Let's take a look at green. Ordinary Dilophosaur is pretty bad. Don't want to play that. Return to Nature is strictly sideboard. Sanctum Fruitful Harvest can be an alright mana accelerator, but I don't have enough shrines, I think, to make it more than 1 mana, so I don't love that. This can be a nice surprise, I guess, but I think it's more for sideboard use here. Track Down is not what we're trying to play. Gnarled Sage, I guess, is fine if I can draw 2 or more cards. Portcullis is, I guess, a way to draw a card. This fits in that deck in particular. Truffle Snout is also fine. A 3/3 for 3 or you gain 4 life is enough versatility that I think it might be the best of these cards. So Test and Training I think is good. Again, it draws us a card that gets the second card. Sniper is fine for the sideboard. I think that's kind of all that is. Colossal Dreadmaw is probably a good green. Hunter's Edge is removal. I like that. Cultivate is fine for ramp if we're trying to get to something big. I'd like it, but I don't know that I have a card that needs it. 7/3 is not what I'm trying to be playing, so not hoping to play this. And the Sabertooth Mauler, I suppose, is fine for if you want to start killing creatures or die, if other creatures die. So that is a alright creature, but not great. And then I don't think I want to play green. If I play green and blue, I also get the Lore Scale Quaddle. I mean, this is a good card, but I really need to be drawing cards, and that's not what I'm doing here. I also have some colorless things. I have a mirror for ramp, Forgotten Sentinel as a body if I need it, Short Sword for equipment, and Radiant Fountain to gain some life. I think what I'm going to do is, as I said before, I'm going to try to build a black and white deck and see what I can do. Maybe I can splash some red in with the Warmonger. And I don't think there's anything green I want to splash in, so let's go ahead and see what I can do here. Probably won't be playing these three, so we'll put them aside for now. Don't want to play any of these. This is 22 cards. I'm probably one short, so I'd have to play something from this pile or maybe splash in something red with the 2 lands that I have that I can splash in. If I'm going to splash, it'd probably be either the Scorching Dragonfire or the Direfleet Warmonger. What this gets us is the ability to get +2/+2 and trample by sacrificing things. Do I get any benefit for sacrificing things? I suppose we can play this guy, then also play the Scorching Dragonfire. And, I mean, I don't want to play the Rambunctious Mutt if I can avoid it. So, I'll cut this. I have repeatable life gain through the Blood Glutton and a single life gain from Faith's Fetters that will trigger the Silver Smoke Rule to get it back. The Imps will hold down the fort as well as the Pegasus. We have the Archean's Vessel as a possible game winner that'll get us this here demon. We have bombs in Liliana and Baneslayer Angel. It's probably good enough. I don't think I need to look at anything else. And then I will splash in with these 2 dual lands, so I can play these 2 red cards without too many mountains in the deck. And then I can bring in the Mutt from the sideboard if my opponent has a good artifact or enchantment. Yeah, I don't really want to play any of these other cards, so I guess this is the deck. Go ahead and grab some lands. We have 10 white mana symbols, 15 black mana symbols, and 2 red mana symbols. We have these 2 here, so we have 17 lands -2. We have 2 red and 2 white covered. If we add 2 mountains and 5 plains, that'll get us 7 white, 4 red, and then we will have 8 swamps, and I think that should work. There's 5 plains for 7 white sources, 8 black sources, and 2 red sources. And that is the deck. Let me know what you thought about the opening and the deck build in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. If you'd like to see more of my videos, including the second deck build, hit subscribe. This is Refresh. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.